can't see these, no? I don't have to
Yeah,
remove
no,
these.
you don't have to remove those. Yeah. All right. So, anyways, I'm gonna edit
I know.
whatever is
Yeah.
there. All right. Okay. So, Om Namah
Om Namah
Shivaya.
Shivaya.
Please introduce yourself.
I am Ranjita, and I was earlier on the corporate side working, and the last 10 years I was with a non-profit, and now I've given up working completely, and I hope I can focus on myself, giving time to the ashram and doing what I like, what I did in my earlier avatar, but now I would like to devote to myself full time.
Very nice. So, when did you do your teacher training course?
Quite some time back. That was in 2009, and then I followed it up with the advanced teachers training course a year later, a few months later, in 2010. And then since then, I've been volunteering with. I was a Karma Yogi at the Delhi Kailash Colony Center. I also came to the Madurai Center when it was around in 2010, and I also taught. Yeah, I would teach and do whatever was asked of me, and I enjoyed every moment of it. Yeah.
What motivated you to become a karma yogi with the ashram and centers?
Okay, so it's it goes a long way back. There's a not really a backstory, but in in 1997, I think that's when I got acquainted with the Shivananda. I was much younger then, and what it was like, I would go there and do the beginners course, but I was more a gym girl. But I loved every moment, and I do remember I would do like say probably 2 months and then go back to the gym. But I would bring back my friends. I would catch some of them and convince them to, practice, to come for the classes. So over time, then I saw a pamphlet lying there for teachers, TTC, and I said, okay, let me try. But I had to move overseas, and work was there, never found the time. I did when I did my TTC, I learned about the four parts of yoga and what karma yoga and bhakti yoga were, and of course jnana yoga and hatha yoga. But somehow, the concept of giving yourself without expecting any results appealed to me, and that was something I came across. The well-known verse from the Bhagavad Gita when I was in grade 8 in school, and that's been my philosophy throughout my work and all, and it served me well. And post COVID, post COVID, I got COVID in October 2020, and a year later, I was still not the person I was pre-COVID. I remember calling Kapoorji at the Delhi Center and saying that I can't practice now. I'm in deep pain mentally and physically. And he asked me, "Do you practice? Are you doing any practice?" And I said, "No." He said, "Get on the mat." And then he said, "Look, why don't you go to Madurai?" I'd moved to Bangalore also. I'd quit Delhi and I'd moved to Bangalore. And he said, "Come to Madurai, I will be there, and write to Anoopji." So I came here and I started and I just did whatever was asked of me. I knew nothing, and of course the linkages were there, but I just came here, and then Pralaji said, like, "Why don't you attach yourself to Madurai?" And I said, okay, sure. I mean, why not? And I enjoyed every moment. I think I spent close to 2 months here, and I decided to come back every year. So I'm here. I've completed more than 2 months now, and I'll be here for some more time. So yeah, so I enjoyed it, which is why I'm back.
Great. If you have any advice for those coming to become karma yogis at the ashram, what would that piece of advice be?
I would just say do everything. I mean, even if you can't. Now, I still have body pain, etc. But I do whatever I can to the best of my ability. I try not to come in the way of the regular staff here, and but it's difficult, and I know that sometimes I do. I could be a pain, but I just don't allow that to come in the way. And whatever's asked of me, I do, and do it wholeheartedly. That's very important, and don't expect anything. Just go with the flow. Wherever you are, our ashrams are in a place where everything is not available, or it could be difficult, but just do it. Just do it is what I would say. And it's like family. I mean, I know that a second family, of course, everyone has their own family. But I know that if I call on Shivananda, it doesn't matter if I'm not there for 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, I'll always be welcome back. So, with that, I think every Karma Yogi, that's an impetus. I mean, it encourages us to do our best. So, just give it all. They don't expect anything from us. So, we can do what we want to.
Great. And if there's one big lesson you learned from Karma Yoga, what would that be?
Okay, I need to think. For that, uh, take it as it comes. Right, it can be frustrating, and and that's our struggle. Right, so you just give, and I surrender. I mean, it could be difficult for me, and sometimes I may not understand what I'm supposed to do. I may feel at a loose end, but doesn't matter, because tomorrow you will find something to give. So just give it, so, and no ego. Just I just let myself be. I don't let anything come. The I in me, I give it up when I walk into the ashram. Of course, when I go back, I'm a totally different person, but here I am a nobody. I take that and I do what I can.
Great. Thank
Yeah.
you for sharing your
Yeah.
experience with
Okay.
us.
Oh,
Om Namah Shivaya.
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I hope it's okay.
It's
If it was
perfect.
fast or something,